Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great Thursday, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, guys, I thought it'd be kind of fun. I picked out 4 random figures from the Origins line. No rhyme and reason. These are figures that it's been a hot minute since we looked at these. In the packaging, they're loose right there, as you can see. In my collection, go back and revisit these figures. All right. I will try my best to do all 4 figures today, but if I do not, I will be definitely doing 2 for sure. And of course, the figures I picked out is the Mattel Creations exclusive Codar, which we will look at today. All right. Then we have another exclusive from Mattel Creations, which is the Skeletor version right there. I also picked out Slamurai, which I will look again. We will look at Slamurai today on the channel, for sure. And, of course, Anti-Eternia HeMan. Now, also on today's review, I did pick up a new vintage figure, which I will show you right now here in a second, and a new vintage vehicle as well. And we'll compare that vehicle to its Origins version. All right, and, of course, if you're not aware, Mattel Creations just put out their latest Origins exclusive pre-order that's coming out November 12th of Glendor, the evil barbarian obsessed with immortality. And I have his classics version, thanks to Pixel Dan and Dark Horse Comics. We will take a look at him. All right. Now, of course, if you are new to my channel, or first time watching, I hope you will subscribe afterwards. I hope you'll hit that like button. And thank you so much for doing that. Hit that notification bell when you know I upload new videos. And please share this video who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe. Without further ado, let's take a look at these amazing figures. Now, first, like I said, I did pick up a new vintage figure in my collection, my small vintage line. And, of course, it's right here. It's old Thunder Punch HeMan. There he is. Very cool. Of course, I was able to find the shield for him. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. All right, everybody. Yeah, I was in a really weird angle, so I think this is better. So this is my vintage version of HeMan, Thunder Punch HeMan. The shield is the proper shield, of course, from the vintage line. The sword, unfortunately, is not the proper sword from the vintage line. This is the sword that came with the Thunder Punch from Origins. But I put it there just to, give it a little. I couldn't find the seller did not have the golden sword for Thunder Punch, but let me get the sword out. Let me get this whole shield out of the way here. Now, as far as the feature of this Thunder Punch here, it does work to a point. So I did buy some of those caps right there. You put those gun caps around him, and when you do the action call out, it's supposed to make a snapping effect, but sometimes it doesn't work. I've got it to work a couple times, and believe it or not, when it does work, it scares the crap out of me because it's so loud and it's so powerful that the backpack pops off. So I'm going to try a couple times to see if it works. If it does, great. If it doesn't, there. Did you hear that? Perfect. That was perfect. So yeah, woo, it smells. You can smell, and that brings back a lot of memories as a kid, like having those cap guns, and you and fired that cap, and that smell, that I don't know what you, woo, but there you go. I mean, it does work, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. I love it. And you can find those caps, at your local Walmart. There's these in this some aisles that has like whoopee cushions and some classic toys. And the caps are among them, and I was very lucky to find them. So very cool that it does work properly, and I love it. I love this version of HeMan. The legs are a little bit wobbly, but still very cool. All right. Now the vehicle I picked up from my vintage line is the vintage Roton right there. Of course, it's missing its guns, but nonetheless, that's the only part that's missing is the Roton. Let me put it down here. And we let it. It does function. All the stickers are intact. Very, very cool. All right, absolutely amazing. Like I said, I'm really enjoying getting these vintage figures. I never owned a Roton in my life, the vintage Roton, until the Origins version came out. But having the vintage one here is amazing. And of course, I do have the Origins version of the Roton here. So there is the Origins version of the Roton. You can tell because of that weird like little flight stand right there. But from what you can see here, these are almost identical in size. Unlike the Wind Raider from the vintage line compared to his Origins version. Now, from first glance, you can see that they're pretty much the same size, but if you turn them like this way, like long ways, you can tell this one, the Origins version, is more chunkier, okay, than his vintage counterpart right here. Also, the flooring is a straight flooring right here for the vintage version right here, whereas the Origins version has this gap, this dent in it to give more room for the figure to sit down properly, and the handlebars as well. And of course, I tried putting the guns on the Origins version in the vintage version. Unfortunately, the vintage version, the holes are much wider and bigger, so it doesn't work properly unless you want to glue it. I mean, which I'm not going to do. But other than that, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Even the back of the seat here, let me get the gun back on here, is a little bit wider compared to the Origins version. I mean, the vintage version. You can see this is more wider, more thicker than his the vintage version right there. But there you go, guys. There's a little look at some more vintage figures and vehicles I've been able to pick up and collect right there. All right, so cool. And the stickers are perfect. I love it. All right, now on to the Mattel Creations exclusive that's coming out on November 12th. Okay, it's a new Origins version, and here he is. It's going to be Glendor. There he is. Now, like I said, I never heard of him before. I think he's a mini comic book character that I believe in Germany, the fan community voted for him, and he won a fan vote to create the character. And he looks really cool. Really cool. Comes with this big giant battle axe. Now, when I was looking at the images for the exclusive coming out for Origins, I don't remember seeing the secret liquid of life. I'm sure it's there. I don't remember seeing it though. But he looks really cool. I'm hoping to get one, or at least two in my collection, and hopefully you'll be able to get one for your collection as well. All right. So yeah, mark your calendars. November 12th is the latest Origins Creations exclusive coming out. What a big giant battle axe too. Look at that. That's really cool. But I cannot remember the other items would be coming with, and I'm sure the Liquid of Life will be part of that. And there is the packaging right there. Like I said, I don't remember him. Like I said, I think he's a mini comic book character. Yeah, mini comic. Yeah, Glendor. Very cool. All right, now on to our, from one exclusive coming very soon to the one we do have, and that, of course, Codar, another Dar. All right, so here is the packaging. Here's old Codar right there. This was a Mattel Creations exclusive figure, and a very, very unique figure from Origins. This is a figure that never got a Classics version, I believe. I can look right now because it's right around the corner here in my book here as we're talking about him. Only appeared in one episode in Filmation. I cannot remember the name of that episode, but enough to that Mattel Creations, and Master Universe Origins to give us this character of him. Like I said, I don't remember him being in anything else, not in the 2000X line. One episode of Filmation only. I don't see him in this book here. King Grayskull, a bunch of King Grayskulls. Codar, all right. Krang, so no. So for the first time ever in the Origins line, we get this really cool, very amazing figure for the Origins line here. And here is the packaging. Came out for the 20th anniversary, 2022. Now this line, I think this came out right before the 40th anniversary was announced. So even though it's still in year, new for 2022, this is still to me part of the 40th anniversary. You got the Master Universe logo here, Codar, the heroic warrior of justice. There's a nice glamour shot of him right there. And I'm also curious if we'll, since that we're so in the cartoon collection of He-Man now, will we get the Filmation version of Codar, being that he was a Filmation-esque figure or character in that cartoon for one episode. All right, there he is in the packaging. And like I said, I do have a loose version of him, which we'll take a look at him very closely. I do also have the comic that came with him. We'll take a look as well. All right, flip it around the back. Well, these exclusives have these amazing artworks right there. Beautifully, absolutely gorgeous. I'm not sure of this mechanical horse right here. I believe this might be his horse, I think, that he used in the Filmation cartoon. You got some of the Snake Man. It looks like almost like Lady Slither right there. I don't think that is, but got some Snake Man here. You get look at that for the first. Look at that. I just realized that. Look at that. Like I said, it's always fun to do these revisits and relooks because you always find something different and new every time. And there is a nice little like shot right there. It looks like Reptilix right there. A very first look at Reptilix here in the artwork right there. All right. Go ahead and turn this back around here. Oh, I knocked over a He-Skeletor here. Get him back up here. All right. And here's the comic that comes with the old Codar here, called the Renegade Raid. There he is. Very cool. Also, I always ask, every so often, do you guys keep your comics? Yeah, see, there's that horse right there. Fly Shadow Master. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be a really cool horse to get for Origins. All right. Like I said, with all the figures they could have picked for an exclusive or just in general, I'm kind of curious. Nothing wrong with it. Is why would they pick Codar? A figure that, even I didn't remember until he was announced. Maybe this was a figure that maybe at some point that the classic line was going to do, maybe, and they just didn't have the time or the resources to do. Or just somebody from Mattel just remember watching that episode of Filmation and saying, hey, this is a cool character to create for the He-Man, collectors out there. So, very cool. And the very first one in the line. And I do hope we get the cartoon collection version of him. Of course, the Masters version, version of him as well. All right, but there's the comic, like beautiful art, illustrated, really cool. All right. Of course, here he is. Now, very, very. Now the helmet is not removable. Of course, the axe we've seen many times since then, like Ram Man. You have another variant of the Triclops sword right there. Very cool, very plain Jane, but very cool. The fact that we got this figure for the first time, the Origins line. But there he is. And I do wish at some point, being so popular and, and a lot of collectors out there missing the chance of these amazing figures, I really wish that Mattel and Mattel Creations would, re-release these figures. Because we got the fan favorite line, as well. But I really wish that giving, these the collectors, another go around of these amazing figures. That would be amazing if Mattel did that, giving us another chance that you probably missed out on, in your collecting and these figures here. I guess the only place you can check out is probably eBay or any other place, third parties. Try Walmart. Like I said, Walmart might have these figures. You just scroll down Origins, and you might come across Codar, but it might be at a very high price. Not crazy high, but hopefully, you know, not retail priced, but very cool. Codar here. All right, and this, you know, all origins figure. You can pop the oops, you can pop the head off right there. You know, you can pop it from the waist, like any origins figure here. Pop it from the arms. The armor can be fully removed if you wish. You know, like I said, the armor is very unique. It's got this very yellowish tone to it. It's, you know, and an armor that you haven't seen before and never sell so far yet. With Codar here, a very different take. Oops, keep dropping the sword here. But the armor is very unique to this figure here because, like any other figure, I don't remember seeing any of this armor on any other Origins figure. That's what I'm trying to get to at. But very cool. Well, his sword is just being a poop. My apologies for that, everybody. All right. Now on to the final figure today we'll be looking at, and that of Slamurai. All right, I have a little interesting story about Slamurai here. This is my second version of Slamurai I had to buy, and I'll tell you why. But here he is in the packaging. He was part of the Rise of the Snake Man line. So offhand, I think this was Wave 10, I think. It might be wrong on that. Of course, you have the snake logo here, the two snake heads from side to side. You got Master of the Universe, Slamurai, the heroic master of the martial arts. This is kind of like the mirror image of Njar. All right. So there he is. Of course, I'm sorry, they got the red rocks blasting around it. There's old Slamurai. All in white with these, you know, the symbol here. I'm not sure what the symbol means here. It does mean. Let me know if there's a meaning of the symbol here on his chest right there. The word right here. Of course, you have that snake skin bubble right there. No, I do not have the comic version for this version of Slamurai. It's buried somewhere. I gotta find it again. Maybe tomorrow when I do my review of Heath Skeletor and Anti-Eternity HeMan, I will, you know, if I can find it, I'll show you guys. All right, put it around the back for another shot of what, you know, well, back then a very new and different version of Lord Grasp here. I'm not different, but you know, the first time seeing Lord Grasp in art form, and then we eventually got him in Origins. And there's old Slamurai taking on him right there. And of course, you know, the same, almost the same type of weapons that, you know, Njar. Sorry guys, something fell in my other location, but I'm back now, so sorry about that. Njar, you can see the almost identical weapons. There he is, right there. And of course, the cross-sew of the other figures. Part, I think it's Wave 10, right there. Now, what's funny about what happened with me in this Slamurai figure, my first version, I unboxed it, and everything was great, and I had it displayed beautifully, and something like, I think I went to my local toy store, and I was looking at other, you know, he had more Slamurais, and there was nunchucks. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have nunchucks on mine. What? So I threw away my nunchucks for my first version of Slamurai by mistake. I'm like, well, that's not good. I want the whole pack, you know, the whole package of weapons for him. He looks really cool. And so I bought a second version, and I made sure this time to include the nunchucks. I took the nunchucks out of the packaging. Like I said, I just threw it away by mistake. But he looks incredible, like awesome. I love the weapons. The mirror image of, you know, of Njar. You know, the kind of like the good variant of this really cool figure here. Of course, we got him in classics. Hopefully get him in Masters as well. Very cool. I love the nunchucks here, which you can use, you know, in the Turtles of Grayskull, you know, Mikey variants, you know, if you want to use these nunchucks. So you also just got that gray variant of the, or the great sword, like the Jitsu right there. But all in all, a very cool figure. And I'm happy to have in my collection. All right. All right, guys, there you go. So tomorrow we'll look at He Skeletor and Anti-Eternia He-Man. All right, and what's funny about that too is that I remember the glamour shots of He Skeletor, which is another Mattel Creations exclusive. You know, you got two mirror opposites of two characters in, you know, and they used Anti-Eternia He-Man in the glamour shots for He Skeletor, which is pretty cool because you have a good version of Skeletor or Keldor fighting a very evil version of He-Man or, you know, or Adam. So tomorrow we'll look at both versions and take a look at them. Like I said, I was really hoping, you know, as far as Anti-Eternia, and I'll talk about this more tomorrow, that we would have gotten some more Anti-Eternia figures in that line. Of course, a friend did a custom-made Anti-Eternia Battle Cat right there for me. All right, but getting like an anti-version of, you know, Tila and Man-at-Arms, and then having a good variants of like Evil Lyn, and of course Codar here would have been kind of cool as well. But hey, at least we got the Anti-Eternia He-Man. He looks badass. He Skeletor looks incredible too. So I hope you guys will join me tomorrow for that. And of course, once again, I want to take the time to thank my subscribers. All right, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Like I said, I just picked some random figures to look at, to revisit. You know, because of this amazing line. No rhyme and reason, because I love the Origins line. And they've come up with some amazing figures so far. And I'm hoping for more to come out. I really want Real Blast very soon. I hope that's not... I think that's going to be... I feel like that's going to be an exclusive coming up. Probably after Glendor, or maybe soon in the future. Real Blast is a figure that I would love to get from Origins. And Masterverse as well. I think it would be more of a Masterverse figure to me, because he was featured in the Revolution show. So I have no doubt we might get both variants of Real Blast from Origins and in the Masterverse line at some wave or some point down the road, and more figures to come. Speaking of which, like I said, thank you guys for joining me today, and thank you all of my subscribers. I've got notification that my cartoon collection version of She-Ra, and we're not going to unbox her. I only have the one right now. And if you know anything about the history of my channel, and what a pain in the butt to unbox She-Ra on my channel, I have like 5 different variants of She-Ra, and every variant except for 6th one I finally unboxed is different and unique. But I do have the cartoon collection version of She-Ra. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just kind of bring it down here. I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast. All right, I love talking He-Man. Look at her, and I also have Ram-Man coming to the channel very soon. It's been shipped out, and hoping in a few days I'll have them to review and look at. So I hope you will join me for that. All right. So I hope you guys have a great Thursday, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care, and have a good one, everybody.